Welcome everybody. It's Breaking Rad. Macho usually does the intro, but Mutt, have you heard from Macho? Do we know where Macho is right now?
Yeah, I have. It's sort of it's unfortunate. Our friend Macho has been through a lot. We've been big supporters of him on his journey. And sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. Sometimes you relapse. And he's had to return to Pray the Gay Away camp.
Oh man!
In another effort, to basically get the gay out, and we're really rooting for him still. We're no matter how many times he slips, we're gonna be there for him because that's what real friends do. Real friends help their friends.
Just I find it strange. He seems to frequently go back to that camp quite a bit, and I'm wondering if he's not really praying the gay away, if he's just kind of mingling with other pray the gay aways.
I mean, if I've really never thought about it like that, but if you think about it, that's the place you'd go probably to meet people that struggled with the same things you do. So maybe we should try to give him a different strategy on that. But anyway, let's pray for Macho.
It's like going to Sexaholics Anonymous. I feel like it's just counterproductive to put them all in a room together.
Well, I think his biggest issue is that in his job, there's a lot of bike shorts, and
I was thinking that,
yeah. So I think really, he's got to think about a different career at this point.
He does frequently say he's always like, oh, we're going on another camping trip. Biking trip in the woods.
Deep in the
woods. Wife can't bring the wife on these guys only biking in the woods.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's a definite problem there. We'll keep praying for him. All of you guys out there that are friends with Macho, put hashtag pray the gay away on your Twitter for him and tag him, and we'll just keep praying.
Yeah, at Macho Dan, is that where we find him at?
Yeah, at Macho Dan. I believe on Twitter.
Yeah, let me just make sure before some random guy named Macho Dan. Macho Dano, Dano.
Yeah, that's right. Correct. Yes. Yeah.
But you know what? If your Twitter handle is Macho Dan, you may be struggling with that already.
You're already in that camp, that category.
Just a thought. Well, hey, welcome to Breaking Rad. We haven't been together, and I apologize. My dogs are just roaming free behind me tonight. That's just what's going on tonight. One of them may start barking, but we'll see. We haven't been together in a while, but we forced ourselves to make the time tonight to gather as we watch Mutt apparently do some work in progress creature feature right here. Very loose structure this evening. We'd like to thank everybody who is joining us. Mutt's gone. I guess Mutt left. Welcome, Benny from down under. Good day, Benny.
Yeah, Nanda.
How are you?
Another shrimp
boomeranging
on the
back here. There it is. What's some other Australian stuff?
I'm sure he loves that stuff.
Dingoes and babies. Yeah.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. We sound nothing like Paul Hogan. Even
I feel like we nailed. Look at him. Hello.
Hello.
It's me, Captain Australia.
No.
He gave us a traditional Australian face in return.
So that means thumbs up in Australia because they're down under.
He's going.
So everything's upside down.
Yeah. He was saying something to me on Twitter that the goons mean something very different in Australia. I'd like to know what that is. Maybe our friend could put it in the chat.
What's a goon?
Oh, yeah, what's a goon in Australia?
Oh,
it's probably a booger. Just picked a goon, I did.
Or done flicked a goon.
We'd like to see a definition
Look at this big
in the
old
chat.
goon.
Oh, I'll spend more afternoons flicking a goonie.
Cask wine.
Good. Oh, goon is cask wine. Oh.
Huh.
Oh, there you go.
Join Breaking Rad and have a sip of goon with your fellow.
I'm having some goon right now. It's not from a cask, I don't think.
Oh my. Macho's sipping on some goon at Pray Away Camp right now. But all right. Well, look. Mutt, you put up a show flow. I should probably look at that, huh?
Yeah, look at the
sitting
show
there.
flow because that's what we're doing
Updates.
tonight.
Oh yeah, updates to the group. That is.
Yes.
I'll kick us off because I'm a
Okay.
humble guy like that. I'm just working on Starfetched. I'm cranking away on it. I can't show you any progress, but I page 62 just completed. I feel like I've shown every page, at least a panel from every page up to this point. I think you all will live if I cease to show panels and leave a little bit of mystery for the final product.
You said 62 pages?
I'm at 62 right now. Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. So be on the lookout sometime this decade, in theory. Goons of Fortune is a game we play. Ooh, Goon of Fortune. All right.
Ooh, I like that.
We should change our name to Goons of
You
Fortune.
peg the bag of wine from the cask and to a clothesline and spin. Whoever it stops in front of drinks.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So we're
pegging,
very
pay for
popular.
Macho. We are.
We're
We're
very
popular in
popular.
Australia.
Yeah, with the Goonies, goons.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my update. Cal, what do you got going on, big boy?
Preparing for Dungeons and Dragons this Thursday. Yeah, drawing maps and it's fun, guys. I love it. My group is super fun. Not able to, as far as art goes, I'm not able to settle on a style that I want to stick with. Every time I draw something different, then I go, I like that. So I don't know. You guys can help me with that privately, I think. But I don't have anything to show or anything. But yeah.
I never help. I always just say, awesome job. And then Mutt comes in there like, you could work on those legs a little bit.
You skipped leg day, Cal?
I'm not bad. I'm really nice to Cal.
No, he's not.
No, it's good for a child. Good job, Cal. Keep
Your daughter do that,
practicing.
Cal?
Man, I'm like so nice to Cal. It's great.
No, Mutt's very encouraging. I want criticism where it's needed, though. So we bring it. If you got it, bring it. Criticize my feet tonight when I show my arts.
Ooh.
No, the feet are actually. I'm kind of proud of my feet tonight. So forget about that. Don't criticize.
And last but not least, of course, Mr. Muddington. What do you got? What do you got going on, big guy?
Well, I'm having lots of trouble connecting, so I'm just gonna pull it around here and show it to you.
All right.
But I finished this Ookla the Mock drawing and put it on.
You still living off of this Ookla.
Yeah,
I've been-
Ookla.
He has one good post about Ookla, and it's all he talks about now is Ookla.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, I've been milking it for a while, but people really like this. I was amazed actually at
'Cause it's a
the
good drawing, man.
response I got.
Look at that.
Well, I've got some other good drawings that I've put up, and it didn't get this kind of response. So
See, Cal, if you can't draw feet, just do what Mutt does. Just have them covered by the enemies that he's stomping on.
that's
Pay off,
the oldest trick in the book right there.
Yeah.
That's a Liefeld trick. You should have learned that a long time ago. Yeah.
Glorious. Yeah, I love
so
it.
yeah, thanks. I liked the drawing and I had fun making it, but I was amazed at how many people came out of the woodwork to compliment it and tell me, that they loved Ookla the Mock. I was like, really? So it means I've got a lot of those people that are following me that are I bet you they're close to my age, and I'll bet you that that animation is a big key factor in my following. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more of that probably as the year goes on. Might do a Thundar and might do an aerial also. So
Look,
just,
I have a confession to make. I don't even know what an Ookla is, and I've been trying to act like I'm like, yeah, Ookla, everyone loves Ookla. I don't know what the heck Ookla is.
Ookla is a mock.
He fights rats.
No, Ookla the Mock is one of the three main characters in the cartoon series Thundar the Barbarian, airing in 1972, I think, maybe like 1978, something like that. 2 or 3 seasons, and was by I want to say Hanna-Barbera, but I'm not positive about that.
I think it was Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cal
and it
used to
was
watch that
it was
in
a great
college, I
cartoon.
think, was the used to watch that in college, right, Cal?
I was 14 when that came out. No.
When that premiered?
He was.
I was just a wee baby. If Mutt's numbers are correct in the 78 thing, I was just a wee lad.
We would have been little wee boys, but this was the perfect mix of He-Man and so smash those two things together, and you've got Thundar the Barbarian.
Ookla. I just like the name.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Ookla.
Fantastic. It was really fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, Mutt, I'm gonna switch up your order tonight for the show flow. Do you mind
Okay.
if I make some executive decisions?
Not at all.
I'm hoping you're prepared, because if not, it's gonna look really stupid when I show the intro for.
Praise the Lord, for goodness sake, we're all gonna take a Bible break. I said, praise the Lord, for goodness sake, we're all gonna take a Bible break.
Bible
Don't
break.
shut up.
Never shut up.
Bible Break is America's fastest growing Bible Christian show, and people really like it, so we keep doing it. We really keep doing it because we really like it, and it cracks us up. We're church boys, and we like church boy humor, so that's what Bible Break is all about. Sometimes it's a little bit on the corny side, sometimes it's a little bit on the raunchy side. But the Bible is full of fun things to discover and to study. So we try to like bring out some interesting things about it. And tonight, I wanted to sort of show everyone that Christian music is not quite so different from pop culture music. And to illustrate that, I've got a little game called. I don't have an intro or anything for it. So maybe
I was waiting for an intro. Like, does he have access? Yeah.
No, when you go to like cut this up and make a short video out of it, you can do something like I'll put one hand over here and one hand over here like this, and I'll say doves or cupids.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna work on that name, but
okay. Tonight, what we're gonna figure out is I'm gonna give you the line. It's a lyric of a song, okay?
All right.
And you and Cal are gonna tell me whether or not that is a love song or whether it's a praise Christian song. Okay?
Isn't
most of
praise
these songs
just love for Jesus though?
Yes, but what I'm talking about is premarital love or love for Jesus and God. Okay. So that's what we're trying to discover tonight. All right. So let me get that ready.
All right. Let's do it.
You can't see it. The first one.
Do you need me to give you some fake music to sing it to, or?
Yeah. No. You can't hear the tune, because if you heard the tune, you would know it.
I know.
Okay?
That's why I said fake music, so I can give you a little bit of this.
Oh. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
First one. The lyric is, I'm forever changed by the way you love me. I'm forever changed by the way you love me. Is that a dove or is that a cupid?
Oh my gosh. Dove is Christian?
Dove is Christian. Cupid is premarital love.
Okay. Say it one more time for me.
I'm forever changed by the way you love me.
You see, this sounds annoyingly Christian, which makes me think that you're up to some schemes. So I'm going Cupid on this one.
Okay.
Cupid.
Now, what do you think? Both Cupids?
2 Cupids.
You are incorrect. That is a dove. That is by the group 10th Avenue North. By your side.
Man, no one listens to 10th Avenue North. 4th Avenue Jones. That's where I'm at.
Well, there you go. I like that.
Ahmed.
Are you ready for number 2?
All right. Failing miserably. Let's go with number 2.
You're 0 for 1. Number 2. Can't nobody love me like you do. Can't nobody love me like you do.
That's
Are we-
Cupid.
That's got to be Cupid. I know those. lyrics.
Cupid or Dove?
Cupid.
Cupid.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. That
Yeah.
was the song Nobody by Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Sweat, everybody. A sweaty Keith.
It's like the epitome of if premarital relations were in the form of a man,
Or a human being.
he'd be Keith Sweat.
All right, you ready?
The name
Mhm.
of
This
it.
one's a little
let's
vague.
go.
I apologize. This is a little vague, but it's a legit lyric, okay? Because you loved me. Because you loved me.
Oh, that's not enough to go on.
Some of these are
Because you
hard.
loved me.
All right.
I mean, it's just a shot in the dark.
No, it's Cupid. It's Cupid. I'm going Cupid.
What do you think, Cal?
I'll branch off and I'll go Dove here.
It is Cupid. Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Because you loved me.
I knew it.
All right, so here we go. This one's
Dang it.
probably
Celine Dion's my jam, man. You can't.
all right. Here we go. I will be with you always. I will be with you always. You
Dove.
start to see it. You start to see like how the just little things about the way words are put together can be Christian or non-Christian.
I'm going Dove.
What do you think, Cal?
He doesn't sing it on Sundays, so he
I mean, I'm probably just gonna lose horribly, but I'll be different than Mark and say Cupid.
Why you gotta be different than me? Why can't we be united?
Because you're already ahead
Yeah.
by 1 point.
That's true.
It's
So
a
you
bold
can join me.
strategy, Cotton, but it's not working out for you.
Oh,
That is a
man.
Dove song by Michael W. Smith, The Heart of Worship. I will be with you always.
You want to know why I'm so in tune with Michael W. right now? I saw him perform 2 weeks ago for Easter. He was
Wow.
at our church, and he led worship at our
Jim
church.
Dove.
Hey guys, gonna do some worship.
That's mega church. That's mega church stuff right there when you get
That's a
Mike Dub.
you
to
know
come
you know
in.
he got paid big bucks to sing 4 worship songs that he
You
didn't
think
even
he
sing.
got,
one
I
of
bet
them.
he didn't even take money.
Oh, I guarantee we took money.
You
Oh,
think
he
there was
takes
a green room?
all
Did
these
you hear
Christian
about there being
artists
a
are-
green room with like only yellow M&Ms?
I was hoping he was going to bring Amy Grant out and just like make the travesty complete. But,
Wow.
she starts singing "Baby, Baby."
Babylon will never be
Christian,
the same.
Christian artists are just as bad as the world's
They're
artists.
worse. They're worse.
Cal, do you have, after this, you can tell us a good story about a Christian artist you know of that has requested things. Okay, next
I'll
song.
just say it rhymes with Schmen Schmelective.
Wow.
All right, next song.
All right, let's do it.
I'll never break your heart. I'll never break your heart.
Cupid.
I'm going Cupid.
You're both correct. That is
And I'm-
Backstreet's Back by Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Look, is it weird to like boy band music now? Are we past? It's not. It's not awkward anymore, right?
I don't think it is for most people, but if you're dealing with me, I'm going to make you feel pretty awkward about it.
You know, the worst moment of my life was an NSYNC song came out. Remember, "It's Gonna Be Me"? Remember that song?
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. I didn't know it was a boy band at the time. I just heard it and it was like, that's cool. And like blasted it, had the windows down. I was driving around town with that blaring, and then I got home and found out that I was rocking out to boy bands. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I drove by my high school and there were children there, people there that knew me, and that was a rough day. That was a rough day,
Shameful.
but I still love that song.
Next
It's
song.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
It's a bit gay, but okay.
Whatever.
You are
Too old
the
to be
you're the one that I want. You're the one that
You're
I
the one
want.
that I want.
You
That's Cupid.
forgot the ooh ooh ooh. It's Cupid.
I did. I did.
You both sussed that one out really well. That was good. I'm surprised that you both know Olivia Newton-John's and John Travolta's big hit. You're the one that I want.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Keep it going.
I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go.
See, man, come on. See, I don't want to ruin my streak now. I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
I thought these are going to be like raunchy lyrics that could be interpreted as something raunchy.
Well,
but
I
they're
had a
actually
set of those, but then I opted for just more vague to make it harder.
I'm going Cupid again. I
I'm
know
gonna
it's
go
going to be
Dove.
Dove. It's going to be Dove, but I'm going Cupid. You got dead air, Mutt. Come on.
What did Cal say? He hadn't said anything.
I said Dove.
He said Dove. Man.
Oh, you said Dove. Okay. Cupid, Whitney Houston. I will always love you.
I'm 3 behind. What's the point
that.
anymore?
You're not going to catch up now, but I'll give you.
Just give me the victory now. But all right, let's go.
2 more. Because of you, I can fly.
That's Cupid.
Cupid.
R. Kelly, I believe I can fly.
Too many
Last
Cupids
one.
in here.
Cupid, Dove, and Prison.
Last
apparently,
one.
are the
Last
3.
one.
All right.
To a dream. Holding
Say that again
on.
because you cut out.
Holding on to a dream. Holding on to a dream.
Cupid?
Cupid.
Got you both, suckers. That's Jeremy Camp. Hold on.
Man, Jeremy
Moving on
Camp
to-
sucks. Don't give me that crap.
And that
He had
was
one hit 20 years ago. Give me a break.
Dove or Cupid.
Hang on. I'm not ready for this.
Praise the Lord, for goodness sake, we're all gonna take a Bible break. I said, praise the Lord, for goodness sake, we're all gonna take a Bible break.
Shut up. Nicely done, Muddy. I'm impressed.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
I see, man. It's nice to win. It's nice to win sometimes.
And you beat a worship pastor at a music game, so good job.
That was my entire goal from the beginning.
Just to let me beat a worship pastor.
Knock me down a couple.
That's my goal every time I get on here. Knock you down a couple pegs.
See, you had an idea for this, and then you realized that there's no Christian music that sounds secular enough lyrically.
Right.
And then,
Right. You got me.
there's no Christian lyrics that are like, I'm gonna lay you down.
Right. You know, so when you get
on fire.
when you start getting into that to try to figure out how to make that funny, it really just gets raunchy and not cool. So like I just decided not to go that way. So I scrambled it.
See, what you need to do is do like Songs of Solomon or 50 Shades of Grey, and then make people
Well, that
kind of guess.
I'm going to send you a link later to, is it 50 Shades of Grey or is it Christian music? Because that's where I was.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. There was some crazy stuff, but funny.
See, just the Samson story alone, you could have had like you tying him up and shaving him and just a thought. Blindfolded. Anyway.
Hey, you know what was a fun game we played a while back? We could probably do it again now. It's been long enough. The one I did where you had to guess if it was a real cult or a fake cult. Remember that one?
Yes, I wasn't here for that. I didn't get to parparticipate in that one.
Oh,
It was really complicated too. I liked it.
yeah.
But
I,
you know
I
what?
spent a lot of time rewording everything so you couldn't tell whether it was real or not.
Right.
But there is a game that Cal has created that we can all play right now, and that is
I'm king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says sure. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that.
yeah. Welcome
Top
everybody
that
to.
is.
Oh no,
Sorry.
you do it. I don't know. Am I doing? You I guess you do the intro.
Oh,
I'm so
top that is
out of my element.
everyone. everyone's favorite story pitch game show. We each have 2 minutes to pitch based on prompts we were given a little while ago. The prompts tonight are eluding me for the moment. The
A
prompts for
graveyard
tonight.
that's besieged. Yeah, I've got it right here.
Yeah.
Read it.
Oh, I
A
got it. A
graveyard
graveyard that's besieged. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
A graveyard that's besieged by the souls of those who were buried outside its walls. Number one. And number two, a paranormal thriller. Number three, witchcraft.
So for tonight, look, Macho couldn't join us, but he did send me his pitch. So I will be the voice of Macho tonight. I will be presenting his pitch. I will also be deciding the winner. So, you know,
How's this going to work?
it means I'm winning twice tonight, boys. That's I get 2 games in a
I-
row.
that's
It's never
exactly what
happened in the history of Breaking Rad. 2 wins in a night.
Chat. There's 42 of you watching. You got to vote on this. They're probably on Twitter.
It's all
which means
bots,
you
baby.
vote.
It's all
That's probably
bots.
But the
It's
bots
all my
can vote.
It's all my. That's my loyal army of sex bots. On,
Certainly,
Twitter.
bots know how to vote, right? They're programmed to do that.
No, but they'll send you a link.
Yeah.
You know, in their bio.
Mm-hmm.
Check out their bio for the winner. It's just Benny's 42 personalities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Strangely
sense.
enough,
That makes
not
a lot
all
more
Australian either. He's got a nice mix. A very racist Asian one in there too that he has. That's my personal favorite. He does that. So I don't know who wants to kick us off tonight.
Man. I think I should go first tonight
sense. Oh, okay.
because
You want
because
to kick us
mine
off, right?
I never go first, and I want to tell you the truth. I worked hard on this one because Cal really challenged me. He was like, "You can't use humor this time. You're going to have to make it serious." And then he showed me some artwork today, and I was like, "Oh, you son of a gun! You really brought it." So
I love goading you into doing art that beats my art. I love that.
all right, let me
makes
share
me
my
happy.
picture. Let me share my picture.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Old man Mutt over here.
Here it comes.
There we go. You ready? You want to show it while you pitch?
I'm going to show it while I pitch.
All right. Oh yeah. Let's go.
All right, you want 2 minutes?
All right, Mr. Bunnington, your 2 minutes begins now.
The barbarians have multiplied in the land. They breed like insects. There is no end to their debauchery and lust for more. We have held them back for generations. My father was a Templar knight like me. He died on the battlefield as I will, protecting our way, our people, our church. The barbarians have always sought out magical weapons to help them defeat our holy city. Now they've found a godforsaken relic from our enemy in the east, an ancient amulet with black markings. Inside the amulet is said to be the blood of Lucifer himself, a blasphemous mockery of our Lord. Their dying warlords. It transforms them into unnatural things, monstrosities with claws, tails, and even wings. We've killed thousands with bow and sword, but still they come. We've lost so many warriors. Now I stand alone in the graveyard of St. Francis. Women and children huddled in the secret passageways below the church, crying, begging God to save them from the evil horde. But I have 2 things they did not bargain for. I built a barrier around the graveyard with the hammer of St. Joseph. Whoever crosses it will be humbled. If that does not stand, I have St. Peter's sword. It has been sheathed since our Lord commanded it. Once unsheathed, it will cut through any foe. This graveyard will be my final stand. Will God give me victory over his enemies? Find out in...
Oh. You
Title
have 13
here.
seconds to finish that pitch
Grave. Templar.
Yeah. The song even finished on time. That's awesome. Muddy, look at that. I love it.
You like that?
I like that. I dig it.
I went-
You almost botched up the ending though, man. You only had.
I know it because I
you
was
had a
trying
few
to put
seconds
the
left.
little. I was trying to make it like visible, and then I didn't have my controls right. But there it is, Grave Templar.
Love it. It's evil. It's very evil. It's the blood of Lucifer.
Yeah, real
right.
sorcerer stuff there, witchcrafty, which is
It is,
outside
that's
of my.
perfect.
It's outside of my comfort zone. I'll be honest with you.
It's out of your wheelhouse there a little bit.
Yeah,
All right, Kel, you or me, buddy? Or rather, you
I'll
and
go.
Macho.
I'll
You want to
go.
go? All right,
Yeah.
you're making me finish up with Macho's rushed airport pitch.
Yep. Let me find.
All right, your 2 minutes. Are you
Hold
ready?
on, hold on. I gotta pull my art up.
Oh, that's right. We got it. Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Crap.
Oh,
Which pitch
man.
was it? Hold on. Oh, it's over here. Okay.
I love this. I love the fat zombie ghost. It's his little butt.
That's great.
Look at those feet. Look at that. Hold on. You gotta take a moment.
Dude,
Look at-
I love the feet. Look at the feet.
I'm doing better at feet. Look at those. Those are.
Good
Those-
feet.
they
I
look
can't
like
draw feet
feet.
to save my life, so I'm impressed. That's some good feet right there.
My hands aren't.
Mutt's
too
kind of
bad.
a foot kind of. Mutt knows a good foot when he sees it. It's,
He's saying.
you know exactly what I'm saying, you freak. All right, your 2 minutes begins now.
Randy was a killer. A pretty good one, but he only killed people who deserved it. You know, creepy priests who should be chilling at the bottom of the ocean rocking millstone necklaces. Incognito psychopaths who toss the football with their kids and strangle drifters with the same hands. The monsters who hide in the light and never get caught. Well, not by the police at least, but Randy, that was his thing. Until he crossed the wrong killer. A powerful witch who took money for hexes, mostly less than lethal stuff like inflicting an with a VD or giving a mean coworker food poisoning, but she wasn't restrained by a moral code, so when she was supposed to kill, she killed. Now, Randy did kill the hag, but not before she cursed him to be haunted by the souls of his victims. But not as ghosts. Now, her curse acted like a contagion among the spirits of those Randy had slain, drawing them to graveyards and funeral homes close to him to claim the bodies of the dead and stalk him, ultimately seeking to kill him. Knowing this, Randy found the most remote and smallest graveyard in the area, just 13 graves. There he would make his last stand against dozens of vengeful spirits, but only 13 at a time. With the odds still against him, Randy's ready to re-kill them all. Stop that. Sorry, there's a little humor in there. I wasn't trying.
Yeah, there's a lot of humor in there. What
He
a
broke the
jerk.
rules. Broke
He
the
totally
rules.
did.
No, it's not humor. It's just
It's Calism.
It's just something that
Calism.
makes you laugh.
it's quirkiness.
It's Cal's quirky little way of making funny jokes.
It's like
Oh,
it's not
stop. I
humor. It's
didn't-
just a little funny.
I wasn't even trying to be funny,
Whatever,
you guys. I promise. I
It's
wasn't.
called cheating. That's called cheating.
See,
Well,
Mutt
then I'm
went
just-
phase 1 MCU, and you went full blown phase 5 MCU.
I know, right?
for
You
yours.
jumped right into.
Ridiculous.
You
Mutt
know,
was Winter
my-
Soldier, and
my
you
pitch-
went Ant Man.
My pitch was rushed. I spent all my time working on the art, and then I had to write the pitch last minute. I'm sorry.
That was good.
Hey,
That was a good
the
pitch.
art alone, I don't know. You may, we'll see. You may squeak out a victory. With
I
that
think that's
picture.
my favorite title that I've heard.
Oh,
of all
really?
time.
What
Re-kill
was it
them
called
all.
again? Re-kill them all.
Re-kill
Oh
'em
my
all.
gosh, yeah.
Re-kill them all. That's pretty awesome.
But you know, Cal's gonna go the humorous route and do like RE colon like an email thing.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Him
all
and
like
him and Macho. They'll do like R.E. and it'll stand for something.
yeah. And
Like
it'll,
red
it'll be like
elves.
a Tom Hanks romantic. It'll be like You Got Mail, only in a graveyard. He's good. This is the serious one, guys.
Yeah. You got us. Good job.
All right.
Cal.
Well, I guess the final pitch falls to me.
It better
Not
be
my
good.
pitch. Macho sent this to me earlier today. I only just read it about an hour ago and I had to quickly whip up. I'm going to show the art after because I feel like it does better as an after
Okay.
thing. And I hope that this is a 2-minute pitch because we'll see. But all right, someone time me or do I got to time myself?
I'll time you.
All right. You just tell me when to go.
And let's see, your 2 minutes. Not 2 hours. My phone tried to do 2 hours. That's way too long. Your 2 minutes starts now.
At the end of the valley, at the top of a mountain, surrounded by walls of granite, lies a burial site, a graveyard for the monks of the Crimson Abbey. The bars on the gates are locked with heavy rusted chain, and stones have been piled to keep the doors shut and closed. But the monks are not keeping anything in. They are keeping something out. Dre Roberts intended to find out what was going on with the Crimson Abbey. For weeks, the little monks had been active. The lore was that very 100 years, the monks, he wrote horribly on this, by the way, must protect the graveyard from a witch. The monks must be fulfilling some ritual or celebration in honor of defeating the Witch Queen. The Abbey was an enigma that Dre had gotten obsessed with, and as a man of science, he intended to find out. At midnight, Dre approached the graveyard fortress. He had a foolproof plan to get inside. Act injured. The monks were kind and would always take in and treat a human in need. It worked like a charm, but the monks were not kind or gentle. Now Dre learned the true horror of what was happening. The battle with the witch is real, and she was going to raise an army of undead to attack the graveyard. Dre told that if he helps fight, he can live. If he won't, he will be used as bait for the elaborate traps the monks have devised. What follows is a paranormal, Home Alone zombie-killing gorefest. Follow Dre as he survives 3 days of horror and comes face to face with the witch of the Crimson Valley. Top that! And I got a picture for us here. If you'll just hang on a minute.
And, you know,
Doo-doo. Hey, you know, it's all good. Here we go. I read the Home Alone part, and this is the best I can.
that's just fun to look at.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What
A little
what are
a horrible mix of AI and poor Photoshop work, but there you go.
man? But you know what? You've really captured something that really looks like Macho.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
something Macho would create, I think.
He would love this.
Except it would have been done in MS Paint.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like
So,
how he
I'm-
did the version of the Sticky Bandits where the guy's got his hair where he's getting
The
fried by the electricity. That's so good.
Oh, that's
Love
funny.
that.
I did an AI for Joe Pesci as a witch, and that came up as well. So
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
pretty
that was
good.
fun. All right. Well, now it's time for me to judge you, gentlemen. And look, Mutt, I enjoyed your art and your pitch,
Yeah.
but look, man, it comes down to the art tonight, and I just feel like that fat little zombie butt just pushed Cal slightly over the edge.
Man, it really did too. When I saw it today, I was like, yeah. And,
You know, Cal, I'm giving you the victory tonight, my man.
Woo!
You had a good title. You broke
the
the
title.
rules by adding comedy.
definitely
so
did break the rules.
I deducted a few points, but I still get 10 points, and so it really didn't make the difference in the end. You still had more points than Mutt, and so
I do think
Macho
there
got
should be
0
an
points.
asterisk. There should be an
because he broke the
asterisk.
rules.
Yeah, he did. He
What's
set
a-
the rules.
I'll tell you
And
what.
then-
I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll do for you. Here's what I'll do. There we go. Asterisks for Cal. That's his.
Thank you.
His asterisks
That makes
tonight.
me feel
You guys
better.
want to see? Let's see Fat Zombie Butt one more time, just for the heck of it. There's Fat
Oh, you
Zombie
know what?
Butt.
I'm
at
taking the
that.
asterisks away now. That's
Darn
that's
it.
nice zombie butt. No more asterisks. You just win.
You win.
Oh,
That's
good.
great.
I like
There
the
we go. Look
bat-
at that.
I
He's
like
even
the
got a little
face.
transparency on it.
I'm
Oh,
telling
that's
you.
easy. You just pull the little slider.
Don't
That was my
don't
wife's
give
idea.
away, don't give away the secrets. Just say yeah. That is painstaking. I had to draw the image behind the zombie.
I love that guy. I love the guy on the right. He's my favorite.
This guy, he was the first one. I like him. I like his face. I think it looks
Oh yeah.
good. It looks like a guy looking away. I'm just surprised when I do stuff that I like sometimes.
Cal, I like your face. Let me just say that.
Oh, thanks.
It's a good
I like
face.
yours too.
Thanks.
right. I'm trying this.
But
on.
you're all right too. Uh,
I have a
I mean,
different
you're
kind of
color.
sex.
You're literally a color swap of Cal. So obviously, I like your face as well. So
Obviously, we're very similar, so you're gonna like me too.
Macho gets 0 points because I had a hard time reading that, and
But you know, I'm
I don't
glad
even
that
know
he
if
was able to.
if yeah, I don't even know if what I said made sense. I just read words and hoped that something good happened. So
It sounded like some stuff he'd said before when he was like he had a really great story about some vampires in Las Vegas. That was pretty good. It
Oh
sounded
yeah.
very similar to that. So he's got
I
a style with
he
that.
literally had me reading his pitch. He could have dropped a kaijus in Israel, and
Yeah.
Too easy.
it would have been topical.
Mhm.
He would
Yeah.
have won all the gold. But
Yes.
anyway, Mutt, look, that completes my participation for the show flow. Now it's up to you to lead us into the rest, the remainder of our time here on our stream.
Well, I have probably we have a couple of topics. The one I want to talk about right now is wait a minute. We hold on.
Murdoch.
He says he's officially going to
Murdoch!
make an additional 17 points, which Mark can disperse as he sees fit.
All right. Well, you know what? 17 more points for Cal. So right on.
More zombie butt.
That
Let's
gives
do
Cal
this.
the biggest victory we've ever had, and top that.
Yeah, most overwhelming victory for sure.
Murdoch, we want to get you in here again when you're feeling up to it, man.
Yeah, buddy. We miss you, Murdoch. It's
So what
yeah,
we're going to
nothing but
talk
love
about
for
tonight,
Murdoch.
we're going to talk about Twitter wars. Now, what we're going to talk about is why we stay out of the drama. Basically, there's a lot of drama that happens in the indie comics section of Twitter. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of people with big time opinions that want to share everything. Now, you may notice that the three of us don't generally get involved too much. Now, we'll talk about political things and we'll share political ideas. Usually, that's not necessarily for or against any kind of comic book creators. And in our small space, generally, we keep it pretty clean and friendly with most people. But tonight is why we do that and why not basically get into the fray? Why not sort of like get in and fight the fights and think about, try to express ourselves in certain ways and why we, kind of stay out of it, try to stay neutral. And I think there's a good place for that now. So do one of you guys want to jump in or do you want me to kind of give my opinion on that first?
No, let's hear your opinion, man. I'm
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so-
gauge how intense I get based on
Okay.
your level of intensity. So.
I have strong opinions about a lot of personalities. Obviously, I follow lots of the same people that a lot of you follow. And a lot of the people that follow me are indie comics people. And so when I'm looking through my feed, I'm seeing all of indie comics guys. I'm seeing Comicsgate guys. I'm seeing non-Comicsgate guys. And they're all people who are expressing very strong opinions about other people in the same sphere. And I really I do get motivated to respond and to add in my voice and to jump in on some of these like little Twitter fights and to pick a side. It's very, very tempting. But for the most part, I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is because I feel like at the end of the day, few years, the people who are going to be the real winners are the people who are able to maintain business networking skills and not jump in the fray over every little thing. Because I call it the tar baby factor. If you remember that movie Song of the South, he got mad at the tar baby. He started punching the tar baby and he got stuck in it. And he couldn't get out of it at that point. And it just seems like a lot of these things that a lot of these people are getting into are really at the end of the day meaningless, and it only serves to damage you on one side. Even if you're right, even if you strongly believe in your opinion, the only true outcome is never going to be like more followers, more respect. It's generally not going to be that way. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I have it's almost less about the business angle for me. It's just that I can count on one hand how many Twitter fights I've been in. It happens rarely. It's I almost immediately regret it after. But I guess the thing is, I can't think of a single time where I've ever argued with anybody or ever seen an argument online where somebody ever admitted defeat or somebody won. Nobody wins.
Right.
You can take the two prominent figures that are going at it right now, whatever side you want to be on with that. There will never be a victory where somebody concedes defeat. They're just going to tear each other apart, as long as they deem worthy to do that. I don't think it ever ends. I see a lot of it. I watch it all. I'm always on Twitter lurking and watching all the arguments, and I do have my sides that I've taken, and I keep it there. I rant to these guys about it every now and then, and I usually keep it to myself outside of that. But I don't see an outcome that benefits anybody for getting in there. One person screams, another person screams, a couple people jump in, and usually either ends with somebody getting blocked or the conversation just fizzling out. But there never comes a point when somebody wins that battle. I just, if you can show me that these battles actually have outcomes that actually benefit people in some way, then I'd love to see it. Or where there's ever like hey man, I was actually wrong about that. Good point. I'm yet to see that, especially on the internet, because that's just the nature of the internet. I've been watching it since the 90s, arguing with your friends on AOL Instant Messenger, and then later years arguing in chat rooms, and then arguing on message boards, and arguing on Facebook. It just a different platform, just same issue though.
Yeah.
And it never ends in a resolve. It's just people either get burnt out, canceled, Ed Piscord, or
Sure.
they just fizzle out, or they just fizzle out. Their career tanks. I guess if you want to consider that the victory, tanking somebody's career, then I guess that can be your victory dance. But I don't know. I joined the space because I just enjoyed it. But I mean, we also I think this space was kind of formed in conflict, and you want to call it Comicsgate, the Iron Age, whatever you want to call it. Was kind of formed out of conflict. It was the cancellations and people getting mad and going on Twitter and venting and kind of forming this community. But it feels like you never evolve past it unless you choose to. I obviously like and retweet things that, if I see, plenty of political things I get in there on. But even with the political stuff, I'm yet to see anybody on either side be like, oh yeah, you're right, my bad, and
Right.
Yeah.
so that's why I stay out of it, at least. And also too, I get anxiety. You start arguing with me, like I'll get in there if it starts, and but ultimately I have to, for my own mental health, I have to just bow out, mute, and leave it alone, because it drives me nuts. Like I have my wife and kids. When I'm in that mode, they get ignored, and because I'm
Right.
focused on dealing with that, and I'd rather just draw pictures and boost people up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Cool. What about you, Cal?
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to add. I think that you guys kind of said it. You know me. I've been probably more than you guys involved in Twitter drama in the past, and I hate it.
Yeah, well, have you ever gotten anything good out of it?
Oh yeah. You guys know this.
What have you gotten good out of it?
I've gotten backers for my campaign. I've gotten oodles of followers. This is a while back.
Okay.
But getting involved in drama with a certain subgroup of a certain online community, the kind who like to Photoshop things on people's faces back in the day.
Yeah.
Getting in it with those guys, it was frustrating. Like, I'm like Mark, I get really frustrated. I get anxious.
Mhm.
But getting into it with them, it's really easy, because it was easy back in the day, because never mind. I'm not gonna go there. It was just easy to dunk, and
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but there's a lot of people who are kind of against that group who are just kind of fed up, and
Yeah.
so I got a lot of people following me and people like messaging me, "Hey, I'm gonna back your book." It sucks what's going on with them and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I definitely had benefits for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, how do you measure like the effects of anxiety on a human person
Right.
versus monetary gain or Twitter
Mhm.
followers?
There's really only two ways you kind of make a name for yourself on Twitter, and it's either you're fighting the tar babies,
Mhm.
or you're just making something awesome that people are naturally drawn to. Um, that's kind of there really isn't another avenue. So I mean, if you don't have something to show, to just make people be like ooh ah, you know. And I've yet to see anybody go on there that hops on Twitter and just like encouraging people, and they like build a massive following. And
Right.
Yeah.
hey man, just want to say I love you. You're not gonna see it. You gotta get in the weeds if you wanna,
Yeah.
or just I mean I don't have a huge following, but the few followers I've managed to obtain, I've just gotten from just trying to make art and hoping that people enjoy it. And if anything, when I've gotten in the weeds, the 2 or 3 times I've done it,
Yeah.
it's only served to either lose followers or just make me feel awkward or look like an idiot. Because I mean, you don't always, even though there's never a clear victor. Sometimes you can just get humiliated and look like a fool, and
Right.
that's kind of your other alternative.
I think we do need to distinguish a little bit. There are a couple of categories. Like the one category is when you go, kind of what I'm talking about is when you go looking for trouble. Like basically you see something that somebody else said and you want to pile in or add your 2 cents to, against that person, and they weren't talking to you. And then there's when you just share an opinion and then you get someone who says something, sort of as a reply. I think in some of those situations, you do have the right to say something to you. You weren't really asking for it. You didn't think you were putting anything out necessarily that was controversial. You just put an opinion out, and then someone comes at you with some kind of a false opinion or some kind of an accusation. I think you do have the right to defend yourself. And in those cases, box some ears. And, most of the time, like Cal saying, it's not hard. You can mess with people and you can be the victor. But when it comes to like looking out, scrolling through, seeing something you don't like and deciding that you want to jump into the fray, that's an intentional move on your part that I think wisdom should prevail, and you should not do that. Let's read Dave's
Kind
comment.
of like when Mutt goes on to Twitter and says anybody who likes anime is a pedo.
Right. It's
All
an
right, here we
obvious
go.
opinion. It shouldn't be controversial.
For me, when you finally realize it isn't about comics or building alternatives, when you see it's about drama and outrage grifting, it's gross and easy to avoid, just creates more tribes. It does. It is a lot of tribal.
Yeah.
We've been fracturing for a while. If you just look at the CG space, I mean, there's tons of fractured units in there. And
Yeah.
I have to. I don't even remember why people got mad at each other sometimes. I mean, I've seen a lot of different. I'm not even referring to the big two right now that are going at it. It just little sects of people are. I forget why they broke off in the first place or wanted to disassociate with this label or that label.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what happens. Like at one point, you don't even remember why you hate each other in the first place. You just.
I never understood why people would kind of like go with one creator over another creator if you like both of their creations. You know what I mean? Like to me, that
Hey,
never
look,
made sense.
To this day, I will buy anything Doug TenNapel puts out, but I was very strongly
Yeah.
and still am in a lot of regards very against his actions while towards the end of the CG there. Was not a fan of it, but
Yeah.
why argue with
Yeah.
him? I like his art, and I don't want him to block me because I like his art, and
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to keep buying.
I said
his stuff
something to
when he
Rob
puts it out 'cause I love it.
I said something to Rob Liefeld, and it was I was responding to something he put up where he drew a Captain Falcon image, and
Oh, so you got
and I
blocked.
didn't like it. And this is the last time that I've done what I'm saying not to do. Because, like, Rob Liefeld doesn't know who I am. And I basically just said, yeah, it's slightly better than that terrible cat picture he did a long time ago. Well, I figured, this man sees all kinds of criticism all the time. My little criticism wouldn't matter, but he straight up blocked me.
Right.
Rob Liefeld straight up blocked me.
Oh.
So now I can't see his stuff anymore.
Yeah, I hear you, Benny. That's yeah. I agree. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm annoyed with right now, and then a lot of creators I'm annoyed with. I think the mute button is your friend more than the block button. I think unless somebody's
Yeah.
actually being violent towards you in some way. But I tell you, my feed has been much better since I just started muting names. Even not even muting people I'm angry at, but muting people that get mentioned, frequently. I mute that too, and it keeps your feed pretty trauma free.
Yeah.
But also too, I'm not like even what quote tweeting Rob. I think there's something too when people are at more of a celebrity status, you have this mindset of if I can quote tweet them and criticize them because they're so far beyond me, they won't see it anyway. But
Right.
I got maybe you would, but if you were in a room with him and he showed that picture, would you have been like, man, I still hate it?
I don't know. I might have.
It's
because
really easy. I think
yeah.
even like I'll say the names. Even if you
Your
see
point.
EVS and Eric July, it's easy to call them out.
Yeah.
Because they're up here, and it's easy because you just think they're not noticing,
Yeah.
your little remarks and stuff,
Yeah.
but they see it. I think they do see. Rob Liefeld clearly saw.
Yeah, he
what
did.
you
He
said
blocked me. Yeah.
and blocked you. But I think it's very easy to go after bigger names that you think don't see you, that they're kind of above you.
Yeah.
But I think if you were in a room one-on-one with them, I don't think, and not like, oh, you wouldn't say it to my face, but I think your attitude towards somebody changes when they're at a more human level with you. I think you tend to you have more empathy. Not everybody,
100%.
at least for
Absolutely.
me.
100%. You would go to a comic show and you would see people there that you may not agree with politically, and they might say things that you hate on Twitter. But if they're at a table and nobody's there, and you used to love their artwork as a kid or even currently, you'd go up to them and check it out, and you'd be peaceable and kind to them. So just taking that over into the Twitter space would be good. Now I know that Twitter is a whole other animal because of the way it's set up and because of the way negative stuff. But if you think about it like, hey, I'm talking to a real person on the other end of this, I think a lot of this stuff gets solved.
Yeah.
Stop settling your differences on Twitter and live streams. People should just
Yeah.
get it.
There's I'm telling you guys, there is a business element that is they're trying to create a new type of business with the drama farming. It's new to the marketplace, and a lot of people are getting into it. But all that's really happening is the drama farming, and maybe someday somebody will write a book, say Jason Williams was completely wrong about that because he didn't know what he was talking about.
There will be a book called Jason
for right
Williams is
now-
completely wrong about that.
100% will be. If there's any justice, there will be. But I really believe that you can't change marketplace strategies with this kind of stuff, because you're going to live and die by that sword. If you make a lot of money on one hand, right, by being the negative drama farmer and creating drama in your space, maybe you get one book and that book is really benefited by that drama. I'm guaranteeing you that one day down the line, your business is going to fall off a cliff because you're going to be a victim of stuff that you've been doing one way or the other, whether it's deserved or not. Because the energy you put out into the world is the energy you get back.
Yeah, and I think you're not going to be. You might be popular on YouTube or Twitter or wherever, Rumble, wherever you're doing it for a while too. But I think eventually that will fade, and you'll have to stand behind your work.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. So just get to work.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
There's so many good comics coming out too. I hate the comics are dead narrative. It's hurting comic shops, and of course I'm biased. I mean the big two are garbage, but still lots of great indies coming from
Yeah.
a comic shop owner too. Yeah, I don't want. I know we all kind of want these companies to fail. I don't really want DC and Marvel to fail. I'd like for them to make awesome stuff again because why would you want, who wants the X-Men to go away? Like I don't want the X-Men to go away. Like that's
Right.
it's the X-Men, man. Like they're,
Yeah.
you can always, it can always be fixed. I don't think they ever will be because I think that Marvel and DC are too far gone. But
Well, you never know,
Yeah.
man. You never know.
it's gonna take a big shakeup. But
Well, the Zoomers
yeah, there
are
are a lot of good comics. I mean, just anything Daniel Warren Johnson is pumping out. There's still creators out there that are.
yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man is huge right now.
They're saying the Zoomers are different. These little kids that are coming up, they say they're going to be different because they don't like how the millennials have kind of shoved all of this, PC crap down their throat. And there's going to be a big group of people that come into money at some point, when they're in their, 30s and 40s, and they're not going to spend it on that stuff. So that stuff's going to fall off a cliff on the marketplace.
Yeah.
And so then they're going to be trying to they're going to be trying to invest in things that they believe are actually, good in nature. I think we're going to go back to the good and the beautiful in some ways.
We might. I mean, I think, they're kind of, the thing is too, I think we get hung up on the fact that there's a big two also, like there's the Marvel and the DC. Sooner or later, it's not like something can't topple that. There was a
Yeah.
time before them and they showed up and did something unique. I'm sure something big and unique can come along with it. It might come out of Comics Gate, it might come out of something else.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
doable,
Word up. Word up.
I would think. I don't know. Oh no, Cal's yawning.
No, I'm good. I'm good. It's just that time of night.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well,
well, I mean,
good
look.
discussion.
Speaking of that, yeah. Yeah. No. Do you have anything else to comment on that?
We've got other subjects.
Do we have another subject you wanted to talk about?
We're going to save it.
I'll throw something out there. Like the last minute of this show. In case, unless you guys want to talk more about it, have you guys been following the Mark Driscoll stuff?
Yes, I saw that.
no.
that. Oh my gosh.
What's the Mark
So
Driscoll
Mark
stuff?
Driscoll, Mark Driscoll is speaking at a men's conference.
Yes.
Oh no,
and-
this. Yes, I did see this,
Okay, you did. Okay.
and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. He just for those who, if you're watching, you care. He was scheduled to speak at a men's conference, and they brought this guy. I have it here if you guys want to see it, but they brought this guy out who I don't know how long ago, but he formerly was a stripper in Las Vegas.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay, I'll
Show
show
it.
it. All right. Sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Present. Share screen.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'll
this
set
is,
it
this
is
is where Macho is right now. I'm guessing. Is this the event that Macho's
This is
at?
the men. This is the Prague Gateway.
There's the event Macho's at right here.
Christian Men's Conference.
Okay, I don't know who this guy is,
This is
but-
how they opened the conference.
They're not showing the part where the guy came out and ripped his shirt off too.
He
right
ripped
before
his shirt off like Flash dance.
like a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it. These poor guys right here in the front row,
Yep.
He takes a sword,
looking up at him right now.
proceeds to put it.
What is he doing?
I mean, he's a sword swallower.
Yeah.
Which, like, the act alone, I wouldn't be offended if they brought a sword swallower out, or
Ew!
Why
Don't
is there
climb the
s-
pole with it.
why is
No.
there a stripper pole?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
So-
we could probably just explain what happened next, right?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
can. We can explain what happened next.
Yeah,
So,
you can explain it.
So, so Mark Driscoll comes out and he's basically like, I don't want to have to say this, but the Jezebel spirit has already been here in this place.
Yeah.
People are like, you're hearing like a little bit of reaction here and there. Then he starts just full on dunking on the conference having this guy. Like this
Yeah.
guy comes out, there's a pole just like in a strip club. He tears off his shirt just like women do, except we're men and he's a man, Like he doesn't say that, I'm saying that. and basically he's just saying this is demonic. Like this is a really, I think he might have gone further than I would have, but I mean, he's Mark Driscoll. I don't care.
And Mark Driscoll's a more controversial figure.
He's very
than
controversial.
most.
Yeah. Well, real quick, the funny thing is, as he's saying all this, all of a sudden you hear somebody saying, "You're done, Mark. You're
Yeah.
done."
Yeah, you went
The
too far.
pastor who organized it or whatever is like, yeah, and the thing is, everyone starts cheering for Mark. The whole he's dunking on this thing.
The guys in
Everyone's cheering for him because imagine you guys you pay whatever to go to this men's conference, and they bring out a freaking shirtless guy climbing a pole. I'm like, no, this is not a Christian men's conference entertainment right here. This is, there's that joke about like guys don't like to go to church because it's too feminine. They literally brought out a male stripper at a men's conference. Like, you are the meme, church. You're the meme. Anyway,
people think these things are gay enough as it is already. These men's conferences,
Right.
like a bunch of dudes just get together and what do they do? It's like, oh, we watch dudes take their shirts off, and
so the pastor gets up and everyone just boos him. He's like, wait, and they're like, boo! And he's like,
well, also too, the guy came
Yeah.
out and he was arguing. He wasn't arguing what the guy said. He's arguing, oh, you're supposed to take this up privately. This is biblical. You take it up privately with the person you have the problem with. And
That's
then
what he
blah,
said.
blah, blah.
yeah, does not apply in
But
this situation because he didn't. Number one, he didn't call out the pastor's name. He
Yeah.
just said this is wrong. Number two, it's a thing that happened literally right before he went out to speak, and he's going out now, and him not saying anything is it equates to him endorsing what just happened. And yes, he can
Right,
come out afterwards and say, I didn't like that they did that, but that's going to come off as disingenuous to a lot of Christians. They're going to be like, Mark, we expect you to do better. We expect you to call it out in that moment. Because the people who follow him know he's no nonsense. He says whatever he's thinking.
Yeah,
One
and
of
I
the
believe
reasons
he
he got
came
in
out with the
trouble.
pastor after, and they talked about how they should have handled it or something like that.
Oh,
But,
really?
supposedly, I don't know, but that's what someone commented. If you can believe what people comment, but which
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell
yeah,
Yeah.
he was put in a bad situation. It's like, do you come out and act like you didn't just see a male stripper before your church conference, or do you
Right.
do you say something?
Yeah.
I think it was a multi-day conference. I think they opened the conference with that guy, and I think Mark saw it. And then he said, "I've been praying all night. The reason my voice is raspy is because I've been praying all night."
Oh, so it wasn't
Right,
immediately
right.
after? Did he come out like a day later? or
I
something?
think it's a day later. I think
No,
he had time.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had time to think about it and sort of form what he was going to say. So it wasn't like he was just spitting fire like off the cuff. I think he had some time to think about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, let's say he did the approach of, I prayed about it. He talks to the pastor about it, and then they resolve it behind closed doors. That doesn't. If they both conclude that there was maybe something not appropriate about how they opened their church conference up, how do you then address that to the people that are there? Because it still needs to be addressed.
Right.
Especially if you both conclude that we did something we shouldn't have done for our conference.
You find out when you get into the conference space that there's a lot of things you can put on stage. Like there's a lot of these kind of performance-based things that people will come and do at your church. I mean, like when we were kids, we had the power team, we had
That's
people
where it's
that were
at.
doing things that weren't like, preaching and singing. There's
Yeah.
lots of things you
Power
can
team.
was in a long list of possibilities, and they were like, hey, a sword swallower, that'd be kind of cool. And some boomer made the wrong choice and allowed this thing to go all the way through. So it probably wasn't even intentional of the group or the leader to put that person on the stage like that. Probably had
And
no
and
idea.
the issue isn't the technically the act. It's, I mean, the sword swallower is kind of cool. I think if they just opened up a dude doing sword swallowing, that would have been kind of awesome. But
Right.
it's kind of the nature of it, and the fact that this guy, is a
He had a
former male
past.
stripper dancing on a pole. not that you have to, people have past and you can't judge them
Yeah.
on their past, but I mean,
Right,
it's
yeah,
kind
that's
of the
true.
nature of his act when you combine that with what he is
Yeah.
professionally
Yeah.
trained in.
If it had been a female, let's say it was at a women's conference and it had been a female and she had used to do that, right? But she came out and was enclosed in a different outfit, but still on a pole doing
Yeah.
pole moves.
Well, no,
Like, that
I
would
put
have
it
made
this
the
way.
news.
Let
Right.
this guy do that act at a women's conference and see how it goes over with the church. You don't even have to change the scenario; just change the audience, and
Yeah.
it gives you a whole different.
Yeah. I've got this.
No,
I've got this book that I read. It's called Spectacle. You guys should check it out, especially you. But it's about how we have become so accustomed to different spectacles that we are only looking for spectacles, and we're not looking for Christ in these things. And the thing that we're missing is that Christ himself is the only spectacle that we need to be focused on. And instead, we're basically making our stages across America, especially these, we're making the stage the most important thing. Instead of using the stage to lead the congregation into sort of a learning period or a worshipful period, we're using the stage to make sure everything looks and sounds amazing. And that's not really what, I mean, you want it to sound good, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
you start one-upping yourself, right? And especially in
you're
some
gonna
of
get
these
me going
bigger
on modern day worship bands, aren't you? Services,
right. Yeah, no, and think about it. Like, you got to continue to one up yourself. It's not enough. We got to do more. We got to do more. We got to do more. And people do these things in the name of Jesus and in the name of trying to be big. You know, we're growing. We're big. We got to keep making it big. And then you got freaking Creflo Dollar type people coming in on cables and, like, you know, being carried in on thrones and stuff like that. So the stage has become this Asherah pole.
Don't worry, Kel. I won't get into worship. I know that makes you mad when I start.
No, that's
ranting
okay.
about it, but-
No, Cal,
But no,
look,
there
Cal
is- there
does a
is
great
lot
job.
of-
I'm not saying things about like general worship people. I'm talking about the big stages where they're continually trying to add more to these conferences to the point where it's not just about reading the word and worshiping the Lord. It's about all these other things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could say that the spectacle draws the people in initially, and then you can switch over to something a little more genuine. I don't know that they do that though, or if you're getting just a lot of, surface level nonsense. I'm curious what the rest of that conference was like.
Yeah.
What the other speakers were talking about, and what the other I can't imagine they didn't have other performances throughout the night. But I've been to plenty of I've been to the men's conferences before, and they usually I've never seen that. They have activities.
I've never
and stuff,
seen that
like
either.
Like tug of war, like people like doing like manly spectacles on the
Manly
trying to
stuff,
show
yeah.
off. Yeah, but no, they never open anything like that. It's just more annoying worship services that annoy me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. That was the craziest thing I've seen in a long time, Cal. And I am not a Mark Driscoll fan. I mean, I think he's done some things that have been pretty damaging in the past. And I know he's sort of having his he's having a Phoenix stage right now because he's kind of getting away from all the Mars Hill debacle, and he's building this new congregation and getting speaking engagements and stuff like that. But I guarantee you, in my opinion, and I think he was accurate in calling that out. But I also think that he looked at that and it looked like fresh raw meat for his personal brand, which is, as you say, masculine.
Yeah.
And I think he saw that and was like, I'm going to put myself back into the blogosphere like it's 2008. Let's go.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I think it was right what he did. I'm glad he did it. Yeah, but I think I do like Mark Driscoll. I like I've been kind of getting back into his teaching off and on. I hear stuff about his being on staff at his church. I don't really care about that because I don't go to his church. It's not that far from me, but but I watch some of his teachings online, and I like his teaching because he's no nonsense. He says exactly what he's thinking, and what he's thinking is usually what I'm thinking. So I like that. He's a little more macho than I am. At least he comes off that way. But yeah, I like him. But anyway, yeah. So this thing, I just feel like I'll just echo the sentiment that's already been sent out. It was just such a dumb mistake. It was just, I don't think it was an intentional like demonic thing, and like they weren't worshiping demons or anything. It was just the stupidest mistake they've made in a men's conference in a very long time. Any church ever, I think.
Yeah, it was
Just very,
bad.
very stupid.
The optics alone. So when you're talking about the sort of the drama engaging optics that we were just talking about earlier, like you can put that clip of the guy ripping his shirt off and swallowing swords, and then you can go over to the clip of Driscoll calling it out, and then you can go to the clip of the guy yelling at him on stage and rebuking
You're
him
going
back.
to
Yeah.
school.
And
You'll
you can
never
just
preach
have
in
a
this town
heyday with
again.
that. That is a brush fire on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like it'll just go for a long time. So like,
Yeah.
I think that Mark Driscoll saw that and he was just like, "Yeah, baby, watch this."
Yeah, I mean the Christian sphere isn't that much different than the regular sphere. There are a lot of people
Yeah.
that thrive on kind of the controversy and
Oh yeah,
that Super Bowl ad when that happened. You know that there were people that are just like, oh, yeah, I can't.
writing down everything they're going to say the next day on their YouTube channel.
Especially Breaking Rad because I made a thing about it too.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.